Welcome to part 2 of creating a peaceful place. Now we will enter into butterfly chest lift.
Butterfly chest lift, we will stay on our shoulders and our back. I'll have you imprint the spine once again, so the spine will go flat against the mat. The hands will interlace behind the nape of the neck, elbows stay wide. And the soles of your feet will clasp together as if they're clapping or saying a prayer. We'll begin to chest lift away from the mat, rounding the upper back, but keeping the chin lifted. Use your entire inhale to melt back down into the floor. Your entire exhale to lift the head, neck, and shoulders away, engaging your belly, keeping the pelvis still and the back flat.
As you exhale, let yourself feel heavy on the floor, coming into the present moment. In this peaceful place, are you choosing to be alone or with others? The true meaning of extrovert and introvert is whether or not you are recharged by being alone with a few people or being in large crowds. Which experience makes you feel more at peace? If you choose to have others in your peaceful place, what is the expression on the others' faces? Moving into frog and supine.
For frog, we will continue to lay on our back with a flat spine. You'll hover the legs in tabletop and begin to glue the insides of those heels together, allowing the knees to separate and the big toes to separate. Keeping energy between the insides of the heels, you're going to press the ankles away from you. And then you'll bend those knees, let them separate slightly. Stop the knees directly over the hips. Be mindful of your low back, being sure that it stays flat as the legs extend out. And then slowly drawing the knees back over the hips.
Imagining a place where you feel secure and protected. Develop a place of self-nourishment, safety, and comfort where you can relax. Begin tapping in your peaceful place to integrate it into the nervous system, making it more accessible and useful. Adding in cue words such as comfort or peace to strengthen this image. If feelings begin to become negative, go back to your deep belly breathing, moving into knee circles.
For knee circles, we'll bend both knees in towards your chest. Lightly grip onto the shins underneath your knees. We'll draw circles from the hips, keeping your knees bent. Slowly separate the knees and the ankles away from one another. We'll draw the insides of those legs together again and pull them up into the chest. I'm going to continue to do these circles 3 times in this direction, and then I'll switch.
Creating your own special mantra at this time. Examples are, I'm at peace. I feel peaceful. Whatever works for you. This is your peaceful place that you can return to at any time. When ready, going into butterfly hip bridges.
We'll revisit our butterfly position with our legs. The soles of the feet will once again press together as if they're saying a prayer. The hips stay open. The feet stay anchored. The spine will shift to neutral here, so you'll allow that low back to slightly lift away from the floor. Now we'll begin to hinge up into our bridge, keeping the legs still in this butterfly position. Lower, tap the tip of the tailbone down and return. Staying mindful of your core, mindful of your shoulders, triceps, and chest, making sure the front of your body stays open and the back of your body is engaged.
imagine putting a protective barrier around your peaceful place. What material is this protective barrier made of? Does it need to be rock hard, or does it need to be having doors and gaps to let in those that you deem peaceful? If you do choose to let others in, who are these people? How have they shown you that they are peaceful? Is the word peaceful comfortable and appropriate for you? If not, choose a different word that fits for you. The language we use creates our reality, and you have permission to write your own script here today. What is important is that the image of peacefulness, or whatever word you choose, is created. Going into Pilates Push-Up.
Pilates Push-Up will get set up on our hands and our knees. Hands will go directly underneath the shoulders, and those knees will separate so that they're straight under the hips. Now I want you to pitch your pelvis forward so that you have a diagonal from your shoulders down to your hips, all the way to your knees. Staying active with your center, you'll begin to bend the elbows in towards your ribs, letting your chest sink down towards the floor, and then pushing against the ground, lengthen both arms. Bend the elbows in towards the ribs rather than out towards the sides of the room. And then you'll lengthen and press the heels of your hands into the mat. Good. Shoulders stay back, down, away from your ears. And we're keeping a small barrier underneath the armpits to keep the shoulders protected.
Take a moment to tune into your breath. How are your muscles feeling? What is your body telling you? What is your mind telling you? Moving into cat-cow pose.
For cat-cow pose, we'll return to our 4-point kneel position, where your shoulders and wrists are stacked and your hips and knees are stacked. Now we'll push the heels of the hands into the floor and round the upper back like a scared Halloween cat. And we'll reverse the movement. We'll extend the spine so that your chest is wide and your tailbone is out. So when you go into cat pose, you're plugging the belly button in, protracting your shoulders, rounding the upper back and rounding the low back. When you extend, you're opening up the chest, retracting the shoulders, and engaging the back of the body.
To return to your peaceful place, all you have to do is close your eyes and imagine this place you have created. Hovering your knees in cow pose.
We'll return to our cow position, opening up the chest, retracting your shoulders, and letting the tailbone move out. Now you'll keep the knees stacked directly under the hips. Power through your low belly. You're going to hover those knees slightly away from the mat, keeping the hips and those knees in a vertical line, keeping that barrier, that hollowness underneath your shoulders. Remembering to inhale and exhale.
Who comes to mind when you think of peaceful and nurturing? This can be someone you know or someone you have learned about. Someone from the past or the present. Someone you hope to meet in the future. It could be someone real or imaginary. A person or an animal. Hovering your knees in cat pose.
So we'll lower the knees down to reset. Now we'll prepare for our cat pose. Cat pose is round spine, a curl with your spine. So you'll nod the chin into your chest slightly, round the upper back, round the low back, And then use the belly to hover the knees away, maybe an inch at most away from the mat, keeping that quadruped position with the knees floating. Remember to breathe. Inhale, exhale.
How are you acting in your peaceful place? What activities are you participating in? How do you feel around them? How do you act around them? Going into standing lateral leg lifts.
We'll carefully stand up. I'm going to have you place your hands on your hips, but if you need assistance with balance, you can either use a chair or place your hands lightly on a wall nearby. You're going to keep the pelvis still. The shoulders and the hips will face forward on a still plane. Core stays active. You're isolating the movement with that right hip. Begin to lift and lower the right leg. Once again, keeping the knee and the ankle parallel, facing forward.
Remember, the more you practice entering this safe place, the easier it is to bring up when you need it most. Our imagination is a muscle that needs to be utilized. The more we practice, the stronger this imagination muscle becomes, moving into standing leg lifts on the other side.
We'll go ahead and turn around. Stay mindful of your posture, and we'll mimic the movement we just did, now using our left leg. Flexing the foot back and lifting and lowering that ankle, all while keeping the rest of the body still, using the length of your inhale to lift and the length of your exhale to lower.
Thanking yourself for all the hard work you did today. We will now get ready for our final roll down.
So we will end where we began our class today. Hip width distance apart. Shoulders stacked right over the hips and the ankles. You'll take one deep inhale through the nose, and a powerful exhale will help send you down towards the floor, letting each piece of bone cascade down, letting your weight shift back over your hips and heels, releasing tension from your spine, tension from your neck, tension from your thoughts.
When you're ready, roll on up. Thank you for joining us today for creating a peaceful place.